Good day, students. Today we are going to look into questions that are related to trigonometry. And let's start with the first question. It says a jet left a town and traveled 96 kilometers on the bearing of 45 degrees. Now, it then flies south until it was 96 kilometers from the starting point. How far south did it go? Pay attention. A jet left a town and traveled 96 kilometers on a bearing of 45 degrees. So we are going to solve this question, and we will apply the knowledge of trigonometry. Okay, we have something like this. These are the four cardinal points, and then it travels at 45 degrees. Okay, at 45 degrees, and it travels at 96 kilometers. So this is 45 degrees, 96 kilometers. Okay, so when it gets here, okay, we have another four cardinal points. Pay attention. Then it travels south. That means it travels straight down. Are you with me? It travels straight down. Okay, until it was 96 kilometers from the starting point. You know, this is starting point. So that means the distance between here and where it is now is this place too. We are going to have four cardinal points. Are you with me? And then that means from where it is now is also 96 kilometers. So this is 96 kilometers. Okay, this is 96 kilometers. So that means this is 96, this is 96. All right, now that tells us that this triangle is an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. Did you get that? Two sides are equal. So now pay attention. This is 45 degrees. All right, using the rule of alternate angles, this is also 45 degrees. Okay, all right, this is also 45 degrees. Now please pay attention. Please pay attention. This is 45 degrees. So that means we know the angle that is here. So how do we get the angle that is here? It's simple. It's going to be 90 degrees. The angle here is 90 degrees. And I'm going to explain to you why it is 90 degrees. Remember that, you know, in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. Agreed? Agreed? The base. So if this is 45, this is also 45 degrees. So if this is 45, this is also 45 degrees. Okay, so that means that this plus this plus this gives us 180 angles in a triangle. Are you get what I'm trying to say? So if this angles in a triangle, all right, if this is 45, this is 45 angles in a triangle, then that means this place will be 90 degrees. So that means this is a right angle triangle. Did you get that? So I can redraw it in a simpler means so that it will be easier. This is 90 degrees, this is 96 kilometers, this is 96 kilometers. Are you with me? Are you with me? And let's call this point A, point B, point C. A, B, C. Something like this. It's just a rough sketch. So the question is, how far south did this go? So we are looking for the distance here. So let's call the distance X. Are you get what I'm trying to say? This is X. Remember that this is 45 degrees. So this is opposite. This is adjacent. All right. This is opposite. This is adjacent. All right, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. Sorry about that. This is opposite, this is hypotenuse. Sorry about that. It's not adjacent, it's hypotenuse. All right, it is hypotenuse because this is the 90 degrees. All right, this is the slant side. Okay, all right, so we say opposite hypotenuse. So we have opposite hypotenuse, that will be sine 45 degrees equals to opposite, which is 96. Are you with me? 96 over, all right, hypotenuse, which is X, which is the side we are looking for. Now pay attention. Using the special angles I taught you, you know that, okay, you know that sine 45 is 1 over root 2, which is root 2 over 2. If you remember the past class, we've had root 2 over 2. All right, so we come back here. We say sine 45 is 96 over X. Are you with me? Sine 45 is 96 over X. So we can say root 2 over 2, are you with me, equals to 96 over X. Are you with me? Okay, so we can cross multiply. Okay, we can cross multiply. All right, so we have root 2 times x equals to 2 times 96. Okay, so we have x equals to 2 times 96 over root 2. So x equals to 2 times 96 is what? 192 over root 2. We cannot stop here. We have to find a way to rationalize. Okay, so this will give us times root 2 over root 2. So this will give you 192 root 2 over root 2 times root 2 is root 4. So that will be 192 root 2 over 2. 2 here, 1. 2 in 192 is 96. So it's 96 root 2 kilometers. We can leave it that way, or we can use our calculator and it will give us 135.76 kilometers. Is that clear? You can go through this video again to really understand what I am saying. Is that clear? All right. So now let's look at the second question. The second question that we are going to look at today. Okay, let's look at the second question. All right. The second question says, evaluate 2 sin 60 plus tan 45 plus cos square 60. 2 sin 60 plus tan 45 plus cos square 60. Okay, now we know that sin 60 from the special angles, sin 60 is root 3 over 2. Are you with me? Tan 45 is 1, right? And cos 60 is 1 over 2. So if we say 2 sin 60, it will be 2 times root 3 over 2 plus 1 plus cos square 60 means cos 60 all squared. Are you with me? Cos 60 all squared. That will be 1 over 2 all squared. So 2 cancels 2 here. We have root 3 plus 1 over 4. We can find the LCM. Okay, the LCM is 4. 1 in 4, 4 times root 3, 4 root 3 plus 1 in 4, 4 times 1, 4. 4 in 4, 1, 1 times 1, 1. So we have 4 root 3 plus 5 over 4. And that's the answer. That's the answer. So you see, the way we're able to solve this is by looking for, we know sin 60 is part of the special angles we've considered. We know tan 45, we know cos 60, and so we can just add them together and simplify normal fractions. Okay, all right, so let's look at question 3, our example 3 for today. The question says, given that tan x equals to half, evaluate cos x plus sin x over 2 sin x plus cos x. All right, so we have solution. Tan x equals to 1 over 2. Tan x equals to 1 over 2. Pay attention, please. Tan x equals to 1 over 2. Now, what is tan? Opposite over what? Adjacent. 2. All right, so we can redraw the triangle that must have given us tan x equals to 1 over 2. Let's assume this is x. Our opposite, this angle x, our opposite is 1. Our adjacent is 2. Are you with me? But we do not know the hypotenuse. Let's call the hypotenuse y. Are you getting me? All right, so using Pythagoras theorem, remember Pythagoras theorem? Using Pythagoras theorem, we can have 1 squared plus 2 squared equals to what? Y squared. So we have 1 plus 4 equals to y squared. Y squared equals to 5. Y equals to square root of 5. So that is the value of y, which is root 5. But that's not the answer, because the question says we should look for cos x. Remember the question, cos x plus sin x over 2 sin x plus cos x. All right, so please pay attention to this. So we have something like this. What is our cos x? Our cos x is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that will be 2 over root 5. Then our sin x will be opposite over hypotenuse, which is 1 over root 5. So we know cos x, we know sin x. So what's the next thing we are going to do now? We are going to input those values into the question. So we now have cos x plus sin x over 2 sin x plus cos x equals, now pay attention, equals, what's our cos x? 2 over root 5 plus, stay with me, 1 over root 5, everything over, what's 2 sin x? 2 times 1 over root 5 plus what? 2 over root 5. It's simple. It looks a bit complex, but it's easy. Pay attention. All right. So we have 2 over root 5 plus 1 over root 5 that is here. What's the LCM? Root 5. Root 5 in root 5, 1. 1 times 2, 2. Plus root 5 in root 5, 1. 1 times 1, 1. So that will be 3 over root 5. Are you with me? Are you with me? Over, this is still there. Over 2 times 1, 2 over root 5. Pay attention. Plus 2 over root 5. Okay, this will be over. All right, don't be confused. What's the LCM here? Root 5. Okay, root 5 in root 5, 1. 1 times 2, 2. Root 5 in root 5, 1. 1 times 2, 2. All right, so our answer will be, pay attention, 3 over root 5. All right, 3 over root 5 over 4 over root 5. Okay, 3 over root 5 over 4 over root 5. So let's try to simplify that. 3 over root 5 over 4 over root 5. So that will be 3 over root 5 divided by 4 over root 5. 3 over root 5 times root 5 over 4. This cancels this. Our answer will be 3 over 4. That's all. That's all. Is that clear? So we stop there for today, and then I'll give you classwork later. Thank you.